Okay, I think I am finally live. I'm so sorry it took forever to figure out StreamYard. I'm not cut out for these Jubilee streets. I have tried to load some receipt video clips, but I think this one might be like a shorter one. I ended up getting on super, super late. So I'm gonna try to figure this out as I go, but bear with me. I'm sure my friends will enjoy me struggling with this live. Let me know if anyone is in here. Let me know if you can actually hear me before I ramble on. Yes, no, maybe literally. Can you literally hear me or do I need headphones? Okay, thank you. Um, and I can see comments and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and start playing some of these videos to kind of like get into this Karly situation. I've talked about it privately, like among friends and on my friends only TikTok, but I haven't really talked about all the stuff she's been doing. To me, she's been doing things to everybody, but to me in particular, because I just feel like for a while it seemed better to ignore like everything she was doing, not feed the trolls. She seems to kind of like, if you pay any attention to her, then it kind of exacerbates it. But like a lot of us weren't paying attention, and she was still doing all of this crazy stuff. And like just the gaslighting that's going on right now is driving me absolutely insane because a lot of us have been there and have seen it like with our own eyes. So, I mean, yeah, she loves that attention. She's back every 6 months. Yeah, I feel like I'm hoping that maybe now that she's finally caught, like with receipts and with proof, with multiple people kind of saying the same thing, maybe she will go and take an extended vacation and reinvent herself and do, like, hopefully not do what she did last time with faking her own whatever. But yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and if you guys have seen, I know a couple of you have seen those videos, but I'm gonna go ahead and play those videos here. And then I have some videos of receipts queued up. They're gonna be silent, so we're gonna see if I can actually like talk over them or whatnot. But yeah, you guys are gonna have to bear with me. Um, Dom and I have talked about it at length. She's been caught multiple times. Yeah, it seems like it. It seems like every time she's caught, she goes away just for a little bit and then kind of comes back and it starts up again with another like crowd or another person or another group of people. And it just like, she loves to talk about how I am so old. I am a decade older. Miss Ma'am, you are 3 years younger than me. In 3 years, you are going to be this old, Karly. Are you still going to be doing this? So I'm going to try and cue those videos. But like I said, I'm not Jubilee. So I'm trying not to like be obnoxious. I'm okay.
Okay. Caitlin has a question. She said, ask Car why she keeps making burners and putting street names I've lived on in the bio. There's like a lot in that one statement. So a lot of presumption, a lot of.
How do you know your own friends didn't do that sort of thing? You know, like somebody has more of a tendency to make burners than me. And I think it's more you, Caitlin. And maybe if that was the sort of thing that I did, why would you be entitled to that truth? And maybe you should think about how the way you hurt people, like you are also susceptible to that, the same way I am.
Yeah, oops, I have my camera turned off. But I was gonna reply to Samson. I'm so bad at live, you guys. Yeah, that's a lot of burners. The amount of burners of just Samson and Darren were insane. There, and that is how Karly got caught, and that I will show that eventually. But I was noticing, and other people were noticing, that there were all these like troll comments on Allie's post, on my post, and things like that that had Samson's picture. That was before a lot of us were even like, that was before I knew who you were, Samson. So I was just seeing like the same picture over and over again. And then when you look back, or when Doxed was still having their TikTok that was ran by either Jane or Roxy, I'm not going to speculate on which one of them ran it. Those accounts, those Dom and Darren and Samson accounts, were following Doxed along with Carr. They were also following people like Eric. And so, I mean, you do the math, and I don't know. Karly just thinks all of us are none the wiser. And that's just not like, that's not happening with this group of people. But I just want to interject with that, and I will play the rest of those. And thank you guys for bearing with me. I just don't don't usually go live. God, I don't usually talk, apparently. I don't usually go live, and I've never used StreamYard before, so hopefully I will play the right one next. Maybe, I don't know if I loaded it.
This is a thing that sends me absolutely into orbit with Karly, because I understand from an outside viewpoint, it might just look like we're picking at any random troll comment and are saying, oh, that's Karly. But the reality is, all of these accounts link back to her main accounts that she uses her face on, or they link back to other accounts that she's used to harass other people. And I've documented this. I keep saying I personally, I'm not speaking for anybody else, have documented this because it needs to stop. It's unwanted contact in the eyes of the law, and it is illegal. And I haven't talked about what she's done to me specifically in depth, because anytime I open my mouth to speak about some of these things or share the very tangible proof that I have of these things happening, she then attacks people that I am friends with and continues to stalk them or other people that have been targets of hers. The only thing I've ever done to Karly is call her out in this behavior towards other people. That's it. And in speaking about it, as I'm sure a couple of people at least know, I then came into contact with other people who I'd not previously followed or spoken to, who came forward and said that Karly did the exact same thing to them, with proof. For the record, what Karly has done to me, including very recently, is dig into personal things about my life, including most likely old court records that she somehow got a hold of, has dug up my address, my phone number, all this information that is just not out there and not for her. And she's using it for the purpose of intimidation and harassment. And since she has gotten a hold of these phone numbers, I have been receiving, 15 to 30 robocalls a day, and have gotten strange messages on my voicemail, which is, now that is off the internet. That is considered unwanted contact and stalking. She's used these burner accounts to follow people I know in real life. She's used them to follow my customers and try to reach out to them. she's used them to follow just random mutuals of mine, and I've seen mutuals of mine speaking with her, kikiing with her, while this woman is terrorizing me. And like, I've got to say, like, that shit hurts my feelings. And I mean, like, if you're on here and you've been doing that and you're seeing this friends only post, have I ever said anything? Have I ever bullied you? Have I ever called you out for it? Maybe consider the source of the information. Like, am I bullying this person, or am I being terrorized by this person? Like, use your deduction skills, because
why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying. Always lying to me. You lying so much. You making it hard for me.
I didn't make any Samson burners. I don't know how many times this. I cannot prove that I did not do something. You need to prove that I did do something. I did not make any Samson burners. Do I maybe know somebody who did? Yeah, I do. I do know somebody who did make a couple of Samson burners. And I won't be outing.
because I'm already talking about Karly, and because I know inevitably my friends only videos are going to get sent to her, and what
Okay, so yeah, that is a Samson burner that popped up on my account way back of February of last year. What reason would that have to be there? Like, who else would do that? I know that Karly really loves to kind of like scapegoat whoever she can, but it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense for it to have been anybody else doing that to a bunch of us with pictures of Samson, who clearly said like they're not involved with any of that anymore. And in fact, I've seen him take accountability for things that he has done in the past and be open about it and adult about it. So like, it doesn't make any sense for them to continue like this whole like whatever they seem to think that you're doing. I don't know really about the Johnny person after that video that Carr posted earlier about that. I don't know. What I do know is that Karly has done this, and she's done it to many, many people. Yeah, Karly absolutely mocked spiritual girlies. A lot of these burner accounts were kind of a mockery of that as well. Um, and speaking of burner accounts, I want to, before I get into this whole murky ear thing, that Karly keeps bringing up something that Zudjanok said that they did not say. And I do have those screenshots. So basically, the situation that kind of popped off this whole week is that Karly's saying this thing Zudjanok supposedly had said about her mother, which was something that Zudjanox had said a long time ago to a burner account. But I believe, and Zaji, you can jump in on the comments, whatever with that. But they were talking to Carr at the time on a voice call, and it shows, like, it reflects this in the screenshots. So there's not really, I don't have any reason to doubt that. They didn't think that they were talking directly to her. They thought that they were doing something like a king to a yo mama joke, which it wasn't in great taste, which I've said that to Zaji, and like, there's no beef there about it. If you want to join after, I'm gonna kind of explain these screenshots and then go ahead and show them. There might be a big like block of silence. I'm not sure if I can narrate over them, but those are the one thing that I just want, like, I would like to shut them up about that because it's absolutely ridiculous. Okay, sounds good. But basically, this was not something that Zedjanax had said, one, recently, and two, to Karly. Then there was another situation that happened in September on the Botched TikTok page where Karly was just kind of spam commenting also on these burner accounts, as well as her main account and her other main account, Madussy. I'm not sure what the whole situation with Madussy is, but I seem to remember Karly representing that as not being her for quite a while, and then just full on randomly started posting on it. So, but what was said to Karly then was actually a comment that had gotten filtered. And it was said that was said to a burner as well. But Zedgenox did say Car or Carl at the end of it. So Car knew whether or not that burner was Car, which it was. I'm positive that it was, but let's just pretend that it's not. Car knew that that was directed towards them. And the comment was unkind. And I did say that to Zedgenox. It was unkind. But it wasn't what they're saying that Zedgenox said. And it certainly wasn't anything that I co-signed or anybody else co-signed. So I just kind of had the screenshots going through that. That snowballed into a whole other situation where Karly had accused the girl who was going to make a documentary about this of getting Zedgenox riled up to make that comment, which didn't make a whole lot of sense, and B, that she had made this Reddit about Karly, like this subreddit thing that somebody had made to talk about Karly, like a snark Reddit. It was sketch from the beginning, but make no mistake, and like I'm going to be very clear about this, that person had no idea. They don't involve themselves in drama. They wouldn't make a Reddit, and they like when all this was going down on that page, it was like kind of at night. A couple of people were still awake. That person's in a different time zone. They were long asleep and didn't find out about any of that until the morning. So I'm going to show those screenshots. I don't know if I can talk over them, but so there you go, Karly. No, I did not co-sign somebody saying R word, your past mother. That I would never co-sign that. And that's not anything Zedgenox said. Again, I apologize if this is going to be silent. I don't know. Hopefully I clicked the right one. We'll see.
How do I meet the strangest men? They always seem to find me. Remember that time way back when I kissed a guy who ate his women? How do I meet the strangest men? They always seem to find me. Remember that time way back when I kissed a guy who ate his women? How do I meet the strangest men? They always seem to find me.
Thing to be someone who's important and they get validation from it, which I think is toxic as fuck. Sad. Like, I don't know why you're getting your validation from a stranger online.
Okay, so the part of that I had forgotten, and a very important part of that, is the person who had supposedly told all this information to Karly was Britt. And Britt was in the Discord that Zedgenox made with me and Zedgenox. But Britt was also in the Doxed Discord with Karly and Jubilee and AMW and all those people, and was screenshotting our Discord to send to them. So Britt had framed this to Karly as something that Zudgeonox had said in that Discord, which never happened. And I do believe that Britt framed it that way to Karly because Britt is a two-faced liar. So, I mean, anyways.
How do I meet the strangest men? They always seem to find me. Remember that time way back when I kissed a guy who ate his women? How do I meet the strangest men? They always seem to find me. Remember that time way back when I kissed a guy who ate his women? How do I meet the strangest men? They always seem to find me.
Thing to be someone who's important and they get validation from it, which I think is toxic as fuck. Sad. Like, I don't know why you're getting your validation from a stranger online who harasses people, and like, harassment's just never okay. I don't care. And after what they said, like, about Car's mom, and then just like the lack of remorse and the lack of accountability and the cognitive dissonance I'm seeing, it's not good. I don't need to be in contact with a person who can do that to people and have those opinions about anyone. I don't care. It's not good. So yeah, I've done it before and I'm gonna do it again. Just like back away slowly into the bushes and kind of disappear and just stop responding. Is like part of Daneland, which like Dinesh and them, upset for the lack of a better word, like things about like Car's mother passing, and then
This is a thing that sends me absolutely into orbit with Karly because I understand.
How do I meet the strangest men? They always seem to find me. Remember that time way back when I kissed a guy who ate his women? How do I meet the strangest men? They always seem to find me. Remember that time way back when I kissed a guy who ate his women? How do I meet the strangest men? They always seem to find me.
thing to be someone who's important and they get validation from it, which I think is toxic as fuck. Sad. Like, I don't know why you're getting your validation from a stranger online who harasses people, and like, harassment's just never okay. I I don't care. And after what they said, like, about Car's mom, and then just like the lack of remorse and the lack of accountability and the cognitive dissonance I'm seeing, it's not good. I don't need to be in contact with a person who can do that to people and have those opinions about anyone. I don't care. It's not good. So yeah, I've done it before and I'm gonna do it again. Just like back away slowly into the bushes and kind of disappear and just stop responding. Is like part of Daneland, which like Dinesh and them, upset for the lack of a better word, like things about like Car's mother passing, and then
Okay, I think it'll let me unmute. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to repeat the video and then pin that comment. I'm a mess. Zaji, let me get through these screenshots and then, or wait, I'm responding to a private message. Never mind. Is it okay? Now it shouldn't, it should go back. It won't let me fast forward, unfortunately, on here. Okay. Yeah, okay. You can see my. So that was the comment that set this whole thing off, that Car or this burner had made to Zujanox. This comment, the custody comment, is what exacerbated this. Well, yeah, she's going to sit there and say it's not a proportionate response, but that's not what you're responding to. And then here are the infamous murky ear screenshots of what Zujanox actually said, which again was not very nice, but they did 100% didn't think that they were saying it to Carr. And that's not quite what Britt and Carr described, in my humble opinion. And then there's the dates on those. And then that's actually the conversation that we had about it. I was able to go back and pull that up with Zudgy's permission. So, yeah, that's what I said. I wasn't co-signing anything, and Zujanox did not say that. So maybe y'all could stop calling him corpse fucker or whatever y'all are talking about. And that's the beginning message that I sent Karly that she conveniently blanked out. So there's a little bit more context there that she didn't want y'all to see. This is me discussing that weird account that made the Reddit with somebody else. And here is Karly in the filtered comments doxing the person that she thinks made it. And here's the message that Karly sent to them. So no, oh no, she never makes burners. It's never her. There's the burner that she made to harass them. One of them. And there's the weird ass messages from that person. They were supposedly a Reddit mod. Try me bitches or try me again bitches. I mean, I don't know who that is. I thought it was Angela initially. I'm pretty sure I was wrong about that. Apologies to Angela. I don't know if it's Karly. I would like to think that Karly wouldn't be crazy enough to make a Reddit about herself and then frame me and another person and Zujanox for it, but that's just kind of like her MO. She does things like that all the time, so I don't know that I would be all that shocked either. I just know that the person that she harassed that was making the documentary definitely didn't do it, didn't do a thing to Car. Car doxed her mother. That's a screenshot I didn't include because, I mean, there's really honestly no way I can, I don't want to, I'm not going to show her mom's face and I'm not going to put her location and I'm not going to dox my friend. So you've got all the other screenshots. But yeah, Zedgy, if you want to hop up now or if you had anything else to add to that whole debacle, the link is in the description and I will, I think I can just add you. She made it look like she was helping, or she made it look like she was helping when she made it worse. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't even think it looked all that much like she was helping. It was just, she likes to spin things on other people to get the heat off of herself. Yeah, it was that Mona Lisa revenge. And then what else? They ended up changing it to Daisy after a while. And then there was all these art history burners that supposedly were not Karly, but then the art history burners would get on and it would be Samson Salami or like whatever horrible degrading other burners. So I don't know if she's dumb or if she thinks we're dumb. Like I don't know. I don't know if I have to send you an invite, Zedgy. I don't see the request. But I do have that link up there if anybody else wants to hop on. I don't, it's super late, so I'm not like expecting anybody to get on. And I will probably, now that I kind of have an idea of how to work this, I will be able to get on and do some more of these screenshots and videos that I have. And then if anybody wants to have like a conversation about it, if anybody wants to talk about some of the crap that Car has done to them or confirm any of that stuff, you are more than welcome, like anonymous or not. If any of these other people who have been like saying this stuff, like Juby, you want to come on up sometime, like you're more than welcome. Karly, I don't think so. Click the link and it should open a window for you. Or hang on. I think I'll put it in. I don't know how to put it in the chat. Hang on. I'll PM it to you. I think it should just take you there. But while we are doing that, I had a couple more of these videos queued up, but that was the main one just because it's just ridiculous to me that she's going to go on and on about like stuff I co-signed and stuff that Brit said. And oh, that's the other video I have queued up is the Brit stuff, but I might actually save that for tomorrow. But just like all of these people have been spiraling and spiraling and spiraling. Like there's not proof of this shit that they could just look at. And I mean, I feel like there's any time where Brits or AMW or any of the Jubilee, any of those people could be like, you know what, Car did do some of this stuff. She harassed us too. And I feel like I at least realize that her involvement exacerbated everybody. If they could at least like agree on that one small point, then perhaps we could all move on from this. Oh, I see you now, Zedgy. I think. Okay, there you go. Okay, should be on there and unmuted, but I cannot hear you. I might have to put on headphones.
Hello, hello. It's finally working.
I hear you.
All right, good. Yeah, so this whole situation is kind of nuts. Yeah. Whew, I was sweating because I was like so anxious. Hold on, I'll even put my camera on if it works. Wait, was my camera on? What the hell?
It showed a little avatar for a second.
What the? I love how it's saying you're in the show. Thanks, but I'd love to show my video right now.
Did you click the little camera next to the mic icon?
Yep. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. Yeah, this is I'm muted now.
Oh, man. All right, well, I guess I'm just doing voice. That's totally fine. I'll just keep the little avatar up here.
Can you hear me now? I think it's
I think the little avatar here is fine. Can
okay,
you hear me?
now I can hear you. I was hearing like
It's my
Zedgy through
internet.
one headphone and myself through the other, and I was like, I don't think this is gonna work.
I was just aggravated because I was like, But yeah, anyways, wait, I forgot what we were doing. all right. Oh yeah,
Did you want to say anything about like the murky ear gate?
Oh yeah,
whatever they're
definitely.
saying.
That's the thing though too, is I'm so glad that you like came out and used your platform to help me with this, because I know regardless Car is still going to go for low blows and not actually want to help the situation, because we've already learned that she'll do anything to perpetuate this drama, right?
Perpetuate white violence.
Yeah. And she claims to be an LGBTQ advocate and a part of the LGBTQ, but she literally targets those exact people. And she targets
She made a lot of accounts that say twink for somebody in that sphere, but yeah.
Exactly. And it's so like wild to me how someone like that lacks the self-awareness to realize maybe I'm more obvious than I think I am. Maybe I'm not as slick as I thought I was. And it's just crazy how she constantly goes for low blows, and God forbid we defend ourselves and say, Car, maybe you're being an asshole, right? But she can say like corpse fucker and twink and shit like that. And everyone's like, wow, Car, you're so amazing, aka Jubilee.
Well, they think it's hilarious when it's
They do.
us. They don't think it's that funny when it's them. I think Brit got a taste of that this week.
Oh yeah, and they're all gonna get a taste of it. Just wait, because Brit just exposed all of them because now she's making friends only stuff. Made a story about flying monkeys. If Brit wants to talk bad about us, she should come up here and say it with her whole chest.
That's never gonna happen, but
Yeah, we know that.
I mean, she'll
She'll
talk
just
to
do it
you.
friends only.
Yeah, she wouldn't even accept like a message. This but Brit,
Yep.
I tried to message Brit after like as all this was going down because she had a lot of like little messages for me and Allie and this, that, and the other, and she sees like I like how she goes on these big long speeches about how she sees everybody else as a person.
No.
Notice the person that she never mentions, which is me, because she doesn't see me as a person, but she doesn't care about any of the stuff that's been happening with Carr, and like
Yeah,
people cried to her about it. She knew people
including
got
me.
doxxed. Yeah,
And
she
what
was
did she do?
contributing to it.
Yeah. And that's the thing is I confronted her and she claims she's not involved to this day. If you are not involved, why are you putting up stories let's say 5 hours ago about flying monkeys and how narcissists use them? Like you don't realize that your friends are your own ops because they're sending me this stuff. And I promised this person they would stay anonymous, but they did give me permission to tell me that they sent it.
They're the type of friends that she is to them. So, I mean, my sympathy for Brit Cosmos is like,
Done. It's gone.
yeah, I don't want to see anybody get harassed by Karly because that really sucks.
But when
But
you're perpetuating it,
you made your bed, Brit. You're gonna have to lie in it.
he's poking the sleeping bear and has been for a long time because no one wanted to see me like this, not even me.
Nobody asked her for an apology. The only thing that people asked her for was accountability, and
Yep.
that's the last thing that she's going to give anybody, apparently.
Even then, I don't even care about that anymore. She'll never take accountability. That's obvious with the friends that she has. But I honestly just ask her to leave this situation while she can. Learn a lesson. You got called out, you got exposed. Why are you still perpetuating it? Right?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I feel like she did it to herself, and now she wants to turn around and act like she didn't know Carter was involved and she didn't blah 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 blah. She was giving them info from the Discord. So
100%.
there was no question about that, and every time that she had gotten called out on it or questioned about it, her her truck broke down and her dog had to go to the vet and she was sick, and her next door neighbor's uncle's brother got cancer and she's so stressed out right now. Like, fuck all the way off, Brit.
Every
Just
time I
like
held
take
her accountable.
accountability or
Yeah.
get the fuck out.
And that's the thing is when you and my other friends were telling me, oh, I thought it was muted. I looked at my computer. I'm confused. Wait. When you and my
I can
other
hear you.
friends, all right, good. When you and my other friends were showing me and telling me the proof, there was a part of my naivety that was like, she would never do that to me. She's one of the nicest people I know. Even though now looking back in our DMs, she talks shit about everybody. Why wouldn't she talk shit about me? Everyone that she thought was as a friend, allegedly. Like AMW, Samara, Rosemary, everybody. I'm like, why did this go over my head, right? If she's doing this to people she considers friends, the only person she hasn't talked shit about is Roxy.
Yeah, no, she hasn't.
No.
But everybody else, yeah. I mean, she went in there and gave like a big speech to the Discord about how scared she is of AMW.
Yeah, and how
Like, so
AMW is a
scared that you
narcissist.
quite literally paid for their paywall content. You are the only person outside of me that paid for their paywall content. Like, yeah, she was involved. She knew Carr was involved. She gave like Jubilee and all these people this information that she used to dox people, and then now she wants to cry about it. Like, nobody cares about her job, first of all.
Nobody
Yeah.
cares about like finding her, coming for her. Like I said, all people wanted was just a little bit of accountability, and now she's sad about it, and like so sad, like too bad, so sad. She talked crap about literally everybody. Now that I think about it, she did talk crap about Roxy too. So I don't even like, she acts like she's
Yeah.
such a
Because
great
I didn't know,
friend,
I
and she's
wasn't
just
there for
not.
it. Like,
Like,
she
I
didn't tell
don't
me any
feel
of it.
bad
That's
that
probably why I
Karly
didn't.
called her out.
No. Oh, yeah, I don't either. I think Carr should actually show all of the evidence because Carr's getting called out. She might as well distract us from her for a little longer, right? Because if Carr exposes all of this, we'll probably talk about Britt a little longer, but that's not going to be the main focus. Because that's
Well,
the thing.
yeah, that's what that was. That was so that everybody would like spin out on Brit, and she's
Yeah.
like the leaker. I don't know if you saw Jubilee's that Word doc that she wrote on, it was like in the description of that last, like she was streaming Allie's live stream about Brit, and for whatever reason Jubilee decided to write like several paragraphs about literally like everybody involved in a Word doc. And I said to Allie, this looks like meth psychosis. Like, what are any of you doing? Like, I'm not trying to be like mean, but Karly is like over here doxing people. Britt is very sad that she got called out.
She got
Karly,
caught
I
for
have a
being
feeling,
manipulative,
yeah, like I have a feeling Karly's watching right now and is kind of
crying, and
mad that we've
making.
got those screenshots.
Carr is watching right now, making another burner to join.
Oh, I have her IP banned. Good luck, girl.
Yes. But, like,
But
that's the
it's just
thing.
like all it would take is for just a couple of people to be accountable. I'm
Literally.
rambling off on like a tangent there, but they all knew Cara was doing this stuff to us, and now they're all unhappy. Like now she's doing it to Samara, and like the stuff that she is saying is absolutely not okay. But like,
In
I
my
hate
humble
to say it,
opinion,
but I
yeah.
told you so. Like,
Right. In my humble opinion, I think the Brit situation needed to be outed for context. Because without that context, a lot of this wouldn't have came to the surface. And that's why I think Brit is a good focusing point, but we can focus on two things at once, right? So we can out Car and Brit at the same time. So that's the thing. Is
well,
Car
I
doesn't
mean,
realize that
like
we're a lot smarter than she
it's
can give
pretty
credit
clear
for.
all of what Brit did. I mean, this is the biggest 5 seconds of not fame that Brit is gonna get from us, because I just like I've said my piece.
Yeah.
You're a bad person, Brit. You're a bad friend. You
And
know
a
what you
coward.
did, and a coward. And I told you what Car did to me, and you called me an asshole and blocked me. So like,
And when I told her about, like, literally, I'm gonna screenshot it and show it to you later. But when I showed her what they were doing to us, she justified it. And she was like, "Well, Allie does this. Allie does that. Okay, does that make it okay for your friends to do it? Even though Allie's never done the things you're saying she's doing?" Where's your proof, Britt? Where's the proof that like Allie did all the stuff that you were saying in my DMs, which will be public anyways? But like I just want like everyone to know that I didn't know that Britt was manipulating me. I didn't see it, even when shown the
well,
evidence.
yeah, you were warned a couple of times in all
Yeah,
fairness,
like for a
because
whole
I
year.
mean, she fooled a lot of people for a while, but she picked the wrong people because she wasn't she's commenting on Jubilee's stuff, harassing us with a burner that linked back
Yeah,
to her.
I
Get
remember.
Up Buttercup or something, and it was like it went right back to her Twitch. It's just not like nobody's doxing you, nobody's digging into you, nobody cares about your
No,
job, nobody care like, good luck with your dog and your vet stuff and whatever illness you have this week, Britt, but like we good.
I
I
do wish
don't
her
have
well if
sympathy.
she I do wish her well if she stops. Like if she finally stops and stops making these friends only videos because people are sending it to me, right?
I mean, honestly, she can do whatever she wants on Friends Only. I don't even care. I just think I would love
I
for
just don't
one of
want her to
these
dig
other
her own
people
hole even further.
involved to just say something. Like,
Yeah.
I said something a while ago about AMW being impersonated by Carr. Like, she was making those impersonation accounts back when she was one of those Samson burners, like
And you know what's funny is that
the video from
Samara,
earlier.
it's funny because Samara and Carrie Ann aren't trying to silence me now that I'm outing their best friend Carr. So like that's the thing is y'all wanted to silence me even when I was on your side when it was convenient for you, and now you're too scared to confront Carr. Grow up.
Well, yeah, that's another thing I wanted to touch on, and believe me, I will go into this more at length another time. But the
Hmm.
comments that Carrie Ann was making on Jubilee's live yesterday or the day before were absolutely unhinged. If your response to somebody you don't like making a whatever you said about magic spells, like that is,
Right, that was
I don't
ridiculous,
think you said
literally.
you did a magic spell to kill everybody's
I said I
family.
would have if I was in Allie's shoes. That's
Well,
it.
I mean, like, maybe don't say that, such an ox,
Right.
but
I
the
probably wouldn't
response
really
to
do it, but
it,
I said it out of emotion, really.
well, yeah, we'll work on that.
Right.
But the
I'm
point
getting
I'm
better.
trying to make is that the response to that was get a gun. Get your
Yeah,
guns.
literally. I'm not surprised
Carrie
with
Ann
Carrie
Brewer,
Ann.
like, she, first of all, Carrie Ann lives in the same state as I do. Do not make comments to us like that online if you don't want me to go straight to the Lansing police, first of
Yeah,
all.
exactly.
Second of all, she's never had a conversation with me, and she continues to go on these crazy rants, asking for people to leave. She's asked people to leave me bad reviews. She's asking for people's parents' info. She's asked for my child's info.
I'm
Like,
not surprised.
but she's calling me a psychopath,
Yeah. And it's so funny because every time
and
I've
that's
talked to
Car's
Carrie,
buddy. That's the
yep,
only person in this, other than Jubilee, that's still pulling for Car,
yeah.
because birds of a feather flock together.
Even though
But
Britt
like,
exposed that Carrie Ann's
yeah,
also scared of Samara and Carr, so
but that whole diatribe, basically, what I'm saying is like, Carrie Ann needs to get her fucking shit together.
like get a
Like,
grip, girl.
get a grip, because like, you don't want, she doesn't want Allie like calling her about these trademarks, whatever, fine, understandable. But if you ever say get a gun again, like, I'm gonna be
Yeah, that's
on the
like
phone,
literally too
girl. Like,
far.
do not do that.
I would
What are
have
you even
rather
thinking?
I would have rather her said something about magic, right? That would have at least been tame for Carrie Ann. It
She
would have
made
been
some
tame.
comment. She was like, put your wards up, girls. Like, that's fine. Put your wards up, Carrie
Yeah, that
Ann.
you should have left it at that, honey.
Like, that was good. That was sufficient. Maybe don't say get your guns.
Shit, I hope her
If you're
spiritual
going to have a
boards are up.
year-long smear campaign acting like somebody is a dangerous person,
Yeah.
like, common sense has left the room with this entire group of people.
I would only do magic to defend myself. I promise that. I don't, do it willy-nilly. But all
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying
mean,
is shit.
like, Carrie Ann can Harry Potter it up, like, whatever, like, just like, maybe quit the gun talk.
I'll definitely be meeting Carrie Ann in the quantum.
Carrie Ann can take a long walk off of a short pier. Like, this lady is
Period.
so pressed about, like, people who have never even so much as responded to a comment from
I've
her.
never even done anything to her. Every time I've talked to her, she's literally started shit. Like every time I talk to her, I'm
Yeah.
nice to her and she's like, "You're a dog rapist." And I'm like, "What? Where did that even come from, Carr and Carrie Ann?" Oh, because I'm a
Yeah.
furry?
I have a hard time. Like, those people like to pretend like Car and Carrie Ann are not more volatile than
They are
anything Allie has
horrible.
ever said. Allie's never been like, okay, get your guns. Like,
The most Allie says is, let's light an incense.
these people need to light an incense.
Seriously, together, like they need to get lit and be like, wow, we should like love everybody instead of spreading hate.
Propitiate and hate.
We gotta stop perpetuating.
But yeah, it's getting to the point where any number of people could be like, okay, yeah, this was exacerbated. We can quit antagonizing people now.
Yeah,
Like,
and
you
it's that
don't need
simple.
to be making 100 burners of people and their parents' faces and their street addresses and signing them up for insurance quotes and Liberty Medical and whatever the
Yeah.
fuck else.
If anything, Brit needs health insurance, Car. Why don't you help her out? I'm kidding.
She probably, like, everybody for the longest time blamed those robocalls on Samara, myself included. Myself
Right.
included. I'm not immune from that. That was
Samara's not
Karly.
that tech savvy. I
Yeah.
know Samara couldn't do that. And that's the thing is, why is everyone scared of Samara? Okay, she's done some crazy shit, but like Car has done some crazy shit. She's not scary either. And
Well,
that's
I
the
mean,
thing.
she faked revenge porn and
Yeah, she's just
the
childish.
lawsuits and stalking and stuff. So I'm not defending Samara.
Oh,
She's not
definitely
my
not.
buddy. She's not a good person.
Definitely not.
She As much as I dislike her, I still don't think it's okay for Jubilee and Carr to equate her to the IDF. That's a
Yeah,
whole
that's
other ethical
anti-Semitic
issue.
actually, because just because she's Jewish doesn't mean she's part of the
It's
IDF.
anti-Semitic and it could
Yeah.
cause her real world harm, which is exactly what Karly likes to do. And
Yeah.
it doesn't make me happy to see it. Like, even though I very, very, very strongly dislike Samara.
That's why I'm gonna say this. Like, I do wish that car gets what she gave out. You know what I mean? I do, truthfully. I hope that all this comes back full circle.
While a lot of the stuff she did was a crime, so I'm
Hmm.
just gonna say it's not gonna be for me. So
Period.
yeah. But I'm gonna end this pretty soon. But if there was anything else you wanted to say about the screenshots or the murky ear situation or anything like that, I feel like we kind of rambled.
Yeah,
But
yeah, we
now
did.
I kind of like at least a little bit know how to use this, so I can
We can do a better one next time.
yeah, I can actually
Why
put
don't
in
we
some of those
make our own
screenshots.
podcast? Imagine.
Oh, I don't know how
It's all right.
Jubilee
I'll
does
just meet
this
you in
every
the
day.
quantum.
This is stressful, man.
We don't have to do it like every day.
No,
We
I'm
can do it
joking.
like, you know.
But no, yeah, like I cannot imagine setting up doing these live streams for hours multiple times a day with like all the videos. No wonder she's playing that February 19th one all the time. Like, I forgive you, Jubilee, this shit's hard. But
Right.
yeah, did you have anything else you wanted to say?
All I all I really wanted to say too is like I am thankful that you and Allie have used your privilege and your platform to help someone for real. That's something that Jubilee and Carr and all of them would never do because they're false advocates. So like that's the difference between us and them is that we're willing to speak with our whole chest. People like Carrie Ann and Samara do things behind the scenes and behind burners. Carrie Ann does have like a soft bean burner on YouTube, but she doesn't have as many burners as Carr. So that's the thing is we're actually brave enough to put ourselves out there and speak the truth and actually seek the truth. They claim they're about truth while they live in an echo chamber of lies created by a person that they would never see as perpetuating the drama. AKA Car, even though she's literally the biggest drama farmer we have ever encountered in history. Imagine like a podcast.
Um, before we hop off of here, and like, yeah, I just don't like people who lie, which is basically
Me
how
neither.
I got roped into this whole thing last year. Like the ADHD neurodivergent, like
I can relate.
I like the facts. But so just to clarify about the screenshots,
Mhm.
the murky ear thing, when you made that comment to that burner in February with Car, right?
Wait, sorry, you cut out. What?
I just want to clarify the murky ear thing.
Yeah,
Can you hear
yeah.
me? Okay.
Yes, yes.
So when you made that comment to that murky ear burner in February, you were friends with Car at the time,
Yeah,
correct? Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, and we
And
were
you
on the
were like,
phone.
I think I said you were talking to her. Weren't you on a
Yeah.
voice call with her?
Yep, and we were laughing about it together actually because she knew at the time I was making childish jokes like these nuts and your mom and I'm going to bang your mom, stupid shit like that.
Yeah,
That's
I
just
brought it
my
as like a
sense of
yo
humor.
mama joke. So
Anyone who knows
yeah, I
me
just want to clarify, you were absolutely, you did not think you were making that comment to Car.
Nope. I didn't know. I thought it was toad seeds actually, to be
Yeah.
honest, because that's what Carr told me initially, is that toad seeds docs my dead name and my phone number and stuff like that. But my dead name's not even my legal name. So I didn't really care as much, but I did flip the fuck out.
I shouldn't do that anyways. Like either
Exactly.
way, they shouldn't be doing it.
But like I'm getting better with my responses, I think. I'm not as like quick to be like your mom.
Well, yeah. So well, I mean,
I do say these
maybe
nuts still.
don't threaten to do a spell on Carrie Ann anymore. But
Right, because then she's gonna be like, "I hope you weren't the rub."
yeah, like let's not have a dueling pistols, please.
Russian roulette or
Who
some
is
shit.
it? I don't know if Uniquely is still in here, but who's studying sociology?
I think it
Carr?
was when we were talking about like Brit or Carr.
Yeah, I mean, okay, Brit, maybe that would make sense. Carr, yeah.
But no, like this live was really healing for me because now people understand the truth. Like I'm just glad that I'm not being like there's people that understand that I'm being wrongfully demonized and they understand who I am as a person. It's literally so amazing to feel because it's such a different feeling than it was in the beginning when everyone was demonizing me and taking everything Carr shared or perpetuated to face value. Because now there's so many people that actually understand. And it was crazy going from being on Allie's side to getting a little salty when she blocked me and we had that small misunderstanding, which again was not a big deal, trying to be good with the other side and having them all treat me like shit. Then now I am sick of them treating me like shit and I'm ready to expose any of them, honestly. Truthfully, I'm not the one anymore. I'm done. I'm done being treated like I'm stupid. I'm done being treated like a toddler and talked to like a toddler because anyone who knows me knows that I'm actually intelligent. But yeah, I want to thank everyone who's actually understood me for who I am. And I still love D's nuts jokes, especially D's nuts and desist letter.
Well, thank you for hosting your tech talk. No.
Right,
No, I
literally.
mean it is good, and I think it's been a long time of like them doing this every day, and I just feel like it's so easy to be like, okay, well, here's the actual screenshots and here's what actually happened. I mean, I wasn't gonna, like, as you know, I was gonna do all of that. But then Carly got nuts. And
Yeah.
so yeah, like, okay.
Isn't there
Try
like
me.
more to come too with Car? Because we do have to like expose everything. She wants us to, I can feel it. She's like begging us to. She's like, please, guys, I'm gonna poke the bear until you expose me.
Well, yeah, which is kind of why I hate to give her a reaction. And I was kind of hesitant, which I think is the purpose. Hesitant. Her post earlier was a little bit like I feel like she's just kind of weaponizing alligator tears type of
Yeah.
sentiments, like a
She
pity party.
also
Like,
weaponizes like identities. Like that's the thing too, is same thing with like Jubilee and them. Her and Car and Jubilee weaponize the fact that Roxy is black, right? They constantly say you can't criticize her because of the color of her skin. That's weaponizing her identity or who she is, right? But then like if you criticize her, you're racist. And it's like not even Roxy weaponizes her identity like that. I mean, that's the thing is then like they can attack someone like me. And Jubilee said it best in her video. Zegianox thinks they can't be a white supremacist because they have a black parent. I'm like, Jubilee, do you understand how you sound? You know, like I don't. And then the car's weird fascination with talking about golden showers too and fantasizing about me being a man who like kills and, F's corpses and then like I don't know, she really has this weird fantasy about me like I'm some type of Jeffrey Dahmer or something.
I just think she likes to say whatever is just the grossest and most shocking, and that's a lot of what she does is for shock
I'm
value.
starting to
But
think that's her
yeah,
kink or something. I'm kind of scared, like for real.
I mean, I don't think people should be scared of her, but a
Oh no,
lot of
I'm
the
not like
stuff that she's
scared, but it's
doing
like
is
concerning.
harmful, and I just think it's important to bring out some of the like receipts
It's
basically.
dangerous too for like anyone to be demonized like this. Never mind a trans autistic person of color, Like I'm not trying to weaponize my identity, but
Well,
it is
yeah,
very
but I mean,
dangerous.
there's a lot of people who have been harassed, so we're definitely going to get into that. But it is getting super late, so I think we're gonna wrap this up. I just
Right.
wanted to like that was one quick thing we could do, just to clear that up. So no, no, I didn't co-sign you making a horrible comment. End of story.
And I've been way better since then at not making horrible comments publicly, at least.
At
Because
least
I
for
did
the
the magic
last
thing,
couple of
yeah.
hours.
Because that's the thing is the worst thing I've said recently, even privately, was about doing magic. That was it. And even then, that
Like I
was a what if
said,
scenario.
it can be worked on. I just think
Yeah.
everybody should probably not say stuff like that to each other. Like I
Yeah.
think we could all agree to tone it down a little bit,
Oh, definitely.
especially with
Yeah.
some of that stuff.
Carrie Ann
Okay.
just thinks that she's scary, and it's kind of funny, actually. But yeah, thank you for everything, honestly. Like, this needed to happen.
No, thank you for hopping on and helping me out and helping me out figure out this live.
Yeah.
So thank you guys. We will do this again. Hopefully I won't repeat the same video like 4 times in a row. And it'll go a little bit smoother, but I think I've got it figured out.
It's all right. It's all good. You did great. I mean, I was
Now
the
if I
one
can figure
taking.
out how to like end the live without an awkward pause, because after the Aunt Karen thing,
Nah, but she really like
that's
was
their
doing that
favorite.
shit. She was doing that shit for no reason. She really like went in on you for nothing, probably just for the shock value, for the attention. That was so childish. I don't even
Have a
care
good
if she
night,
gets mad at
uniquely.
me.
I know it's super late. Next
Yeah.
time we do a live, we will try and do it at a little bit of an earlier hour.
All right. Have a great night.
You
Seriously.
too.
We're gonna
Thank
be in
you for
the
coming on. Yeah, I'll talk to you afterwards.
yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye.